Tanya.
I teach CBSE 8 Maths.
I teach CBSE 10th Maths.
Okay, now let's get into the video.
Today we are going to be learning Chapter 7 Coordinate Geometry Exercise 7.2 third question. Alright, now let's read the question. To conduct sports day activities in your rectangular shaped school ground, ABCD lines have been drawn with chalk powder at a distance of 1 meter each. 100 flower pots have been placed at a distance of 1 meter from each other along AD. As shown in a figure, Niharika runs 1/4 the distance AD on the second line and posts a green flag. Preet runs 1/5 the distance AD on the 8th line and posts a red flag. What is the distance between both the flags? If Rashmi has to post a blue flag exactly halfway between the line segment joining the two flags, where should she post her flag? Okay, so this is the question. Don't just judge it by a big question. Okay, actually this is pretty a good question. So this is an important question as well. So concentrate on this question properly. They had already mentioned the figure, so it's literally easy. Okay, so there is a school. In that school they are conducting sports day activities. Okay, so the school ground, it is in the shape of a rectangular. It is in the shape of rectangle. So if you want, I'll show you guys. So this is the one second, ABCD. Okay, so this is a rectangular shaped ground. Okay, I know if it is like a square, I am sorry for that. You can just draw like a rectangular. Okay, so this is ABCD, and here we have certain lines. Say they drew the lines with chalk powder. Of course, in sports day, if they make tracks, they usually use chalk powder, isn't it? Likewise here also they used chalk powder of a distance 1 meter each. Okay, 100 flower pots have been placed. Flower pots, it's placed here. Okay, so 100, like that, 100 flower pots has been placed. Okay, have been placed at a distance of 1 meter from each other along AD. Okay, so since the flower pots are placed at a distance between A and D, so it is covering a distance 100 meter. Why? Because 100 flower pots are placed at a distance. So here you can check it out. 100 flower pots are placed at a distance, isn't it? That is really important. At a distance of 1 meter from each other. So if there is a flower pot here and next one it will be here, like that, 1 meter. Okay, the difference, it is 1 meter. Okay, all right. And then as along AD, so it is between A and D. Okay, that is the meaning. Okay, now let's read further. As shown in figure, Niharika runs 1/4 the distance AD on the second line and posts a green flag. So there is a girl named Niharika. She runs 1/4 the distance. So what is the meaning of 1/4 the distance? So let us understand here. Okay, so listen carefully. So there is a girl named Niharika. Okay, so she runs 1/4 the distance. So between A and D, she runs 1/4 the distance. On which line? On the second line. Okay, so Niharika runs on the second line for about 1/4 the distance. So here we can actually write, one second. So 1/4 of distance. So here we have AD in this 1/4 of the distance, isn't it? So now let's write AD is equal to 100 meters, isn't it? Okay, and then 1/4 of AD. So what is the meaning of one? I'll show you. So runs 1/4 the distance of AD. Okay, so I just wrote like this: 1/4 the distance AD. So I just wrote 1/4, and AD is equal to 1/4 of AD. So guys, the AD is 100 meters, isn't it? So 100. Okay, why it is into 1/4 of means into. Okay, like that we are supposed to understand. 1/4 of AD. So now we can cancel it. Okay guys, so now since you guys know, we when we just cancelled it, we got 25. So what is the meaning of this 25? 25 means, so Niharika, So Niharika runs 1/4 of AD, isn't it? Okay, so the meaning of this is, so first of all, now listen carefully. So here it is about 100 meter, isn't it? So half of 100 is 50, isn't it? Half of 100 is 50, and half of 50 is gonna be 25 somewhere here. Okay, half of 50 is going to be 25. So when you just come straight here, there is a point. Okay, when you just come straight, there's a point. Why am I marking it at second? Why? Because Niharika runs on the second line. Okay, all right. So now since it is since the x-axis it is 2, let us write 2 comma y-axis it is 25. Okay, so this point is at 25. You can just think like that. Why? Because we got 25, right? So that too they are calculating the meters here, isn't it? So we have 25. Half of 100 is 50 and half of 50 is 25. So that's why when we just come straight we have 2, and when we just come down, sorry, when you just come straight we have 25, and from here we have 2. Since you guys know we are supposed to write x-axis at first, so this is going to be a value. Okay, so now since this is the value for coordinates for Niharika, I'm going to take it as n. Okay, so now let's read further. Okay, so yeah, Preet runs 1/5 the distance of AD on the 8th line. Okay, so in this AD, no, Preet runs 1/5. So let's write one second. So 1/5 of AD, isn't it? So is equal to 1/5 into 100. 1 5 is 5, 5 2 is 10, 20. Okay, so we got value as 20, isn't it? So here if this is a 20, then when we come down here somewhere this is gonna be, sorry, if this is a 25, isn't it? I just told you this is 25. Why? Because half of 50 is 25. Then this is gonna be 20, isn't it? Okay, so since Preet is running on the 8th line, so 8th line is right over here. So when you just come straight to the 8th line, okay, so we are supposed to mark the point right over here. Okay, so here since x-axis it is 8, isn't it? So 8 comma, so it is 20. So 8 comma 20. Okay, why it is 20? Why? Because we just found that we got 20 answer, isn't it? So half of here, no, here we marked it as 25. So after a few points we'll get 20, isn't it? Likewise, so I got 20. Okay, all right. So how did I get 8? X-axis, Preet is running on 8th line, that's why I got 8 comma 20. So remember, first of all we are supposed to write x-axis at first. Okay, so I'm going to take this as P. Okay, okay, so now it's perfect. Now let's read further. What is the distance? What is the distance between both the flags? Okay, so where are the flags? So Niharika has a flag. So Niharika has which color flag? Niharika has green color flag. Okay, all right. And then even Preet has a flag, isn't it? So Preet has red color flag. So between both these two flags, we are supposed to find the distance. For example, so from between, so the distance between the Niharika and Preet, we are supposed to find the distance between them. So for this, of course, you guys know we are going to be using distance formula. Okay guys, so now let us apply the distance formula. So here Niharika and Preet is equal to bracket. So the formula is x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So this is the distance formula, isn't it? And then NP is equal to bracket. So x2. So we didn't write that, right? I'm sorry. Okay. So here, no, I'll write it. So Niharika is 2 comma 25 and Preet is 8 comma 20, isn't it? So here this is gonna be x1 and this is going to be y1, this is going to be x2 and this is going to be y2. Okay, all right, so now we can substitute it. So now let us substitute. So x2 value is 8 minus x1 value is 2 the whole square plus y2 value is 20 minus y1 value is 25 the whole square. Okay, and then NP is equal to 8 minus 2 is 6. So 6 the whole square, plus when we just solve it, we'll get minus 5 the whole square, and NP is equal to, so 6 square is 36, and then minus 5 the whole square is plus 25. So NP is equal to, when we just add them, we'll get 61 meter. Okay, so we got the distance, isn't it? Finally, we found the distance between Niharika and Preet. So the distance between Niharika and Preet is root 61 meter. Okay, so now finally we found the this one. What is the distance between both the flags? So now let's read further. If Rashmi has to post a blue flag, blue flag exactly halfway. So this word is really important, halfway between the line segment joining the two flags. Where should she post her flag? Okay, so in this figure, listen carefully. So there is a girl named Rashmi. Okay, there is a new girl named Rashmi. She wants to post her flag halfway between these both flags. So somewhere you can say, I can say that somewhere here. Okay, halfway. Okay, so she wanna just halfway means in middle, halfway means middle. Okay, so between Niharika and Preet, okay, between both their flags, Rashmi, a new girl, wants to post her own flag in the halfway. Okay, so we wanna if since her name is Rashmi, let us take R. So R x comma y. Okay, we don't know the x-axis and the y-axis value. So how to find the x-axis and the y-axis value? So I just told you halfway means midway, isn't it? Midway. So since I used the word mid, I'm gonna use midpoint formula. Okay, so like this only you're supposed to find the clues. Okay, all right. So now let's write R x comma y is equal to, midpoint formula is x2 plus x1 divided by 2, and then comma y2 plus y1 divided by 2, and bracket, it's really important. And here what about the x2 and x1 value? So here it's going to be easy to find. To find this also we are going to be using this only. Okay, that Niharika and Preet's value. Okay, this one. So here the x1 is x2, yeah, x2 is 8, and then plus x1 is 2 divided by 2, bracket, and then comma y2 is 20 plus y1, it is 25 divided by 2. Some people have questioned, right? A question that in few videos now I just wrote x1 at first, isn't it? So that doesn't matter. Okay, you can write x1 first, otherwise at last. Okay, so it is up to you guys. Okay, so now 8 plus 2 is 10 divided by 2, comma 20 plus 25 is 45 divided by 2. Okay, so cancel. Oh, sorry, we can't cancel it. Okay, so we got 5 comma 45 by 2. So these are our x and y value. Okay, so finally we got it, isn't it? So what are the coordinates for Rashmi? So the coordinates for Rashmi is, I'll write. So the coordinates for Rashmi is 5 comma 45 by 2. What is the meaning of this? 5 means she's running on the 5th line. So when you just come straight, of course she's running on the 5th line. Okay, so after finding the coordinates only, we got to know she's running on the 5th line. And 45 by 2 means, so the meaning for 45 by 2 means, so 45 by 2, if you just divide 45 by 2, we'll get 22.5. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? The meaning is, so Rashmi is running on the 5th line. Alright, so 45 divided by 2 is 22.5. So she is running on the distance that is 22.5. Okay, that much distance she covered. Okay, that is the meaning of that. So here when you just check it out, Niharika is on the 2nd line and she ran for 25 meter, and here Preet ran for Preet is in the 8th line. He is running for 20 meters. He covered 20 meter. That is the distance. Okay, all right, so this is our answer.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like this video, share it to your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any doubt, comment me in the comment section. Catch you in the next video. Bye.